Throughout the fellowship, I broadened and expanded my digital production and online skills, which was always my main goal all along. In Warrnambool, we've been a newspaper for nearly 150 years, and obviously we've always been very print focused, only probably the last 10 or 15 years. And clearly with the rest of the world, we're understanding now that we have to make digital and online our number one. That's where the world is going, and that's where we need to keep up and where we need to go to. So that's one of the biggest things that being able to bring back to my own newsroom to teach my fellow journalists is that getting stories quickly online as soon as news breaks. Absolutely. So Michelle Griffin is the news director at The Age, and she was an absolute, great source of knowledge. But then there was so many other people. The web team, where I spent a lot of time, whether it was with the breaking news guys, social media, and then I did digital and video production. The people that I worked with there, I think in the future, I'll be able to lean on, ask questions, fire off an email. Already, one of our journalists here, I know that she's getting in contact with the podcast producer there because of the great podcasts that they do, and I got to work on the podcast team for a little bit. And I think it's just being able to help and give direction and say, well, okay, so this was a social media editor, these are X, Y, Z that I learned. I've got documents of stuff that I did throughout the fellowship that pass them along and say, here's an email, just flick them a quick email, and I'm sure they're all great people and they all want to help each other, that there is help out there and contacts that you will be able to lean on or ask questions of, going forward. I think what we've got to do is make sure we keep the importance of rural and regional stories. They may not affect too many people out of your patch or the area that you cover, but keeping local council to account, I think that's just as important to people in this community and in regional communities than it is to keeping the federal government to account. And we need people to be telling those stories because, if we lose our papers, TV stations, radio, well, who's out there to tell the truth and let people know that maybe things aren't going the way they should be. So, and I think we need experienced and trained journalists to do that job and to do it really well. Having training opportunities such as the ones that the Walkley Foundation offers, such as this William Buckland Scholarship, are so important. I think the opportunity to upskill and learn and be valued and have skills that, make yourself employable and be able to contribute to your local community, that is so important. Firstly, to keeping regional journalism alive, because it is so important. The person that applies for this fellowship needs to have their own passion for regional journalism and where they work, and they want to go there, learn as much as they can and actually come back and implement it. The Walkley Foundation's William Buckland Fellowship was one of the best experiences of my career. I would strongly encourage any journalist who works at a regional or rural news organisation to apply. The skills that you'll take home back to your own newsroom are fantastic. Applications open on August 10. Good luck, and I hope you all get the wonderful experience that I got to have.